Hi guys, it's Jessica Hayes. Today for you I have a Mad Max inspired character. This is the character Splendid. This is Rosie Huntington's character, and the whole time when I was watching the movie I just was in awe with how amazing she looked and couldn't wait to go home and recreate something quite similar to what she had in the movie. Of course for me I would obviously lean towards more of that messy kind of black greasy eye, but I just was really in love with how she looked in the movie. Of course it's Rosie Huntington, so she just looks amazing all the time. If you guys want to keep watching, you'll see this Mad Max recreation. You'll also see some really bomb-ass dewy skin. Alright, so I've already moisturized my face with the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put some of the Hourglass primer. I'm going to be using this little sample of the Bare Minerals Bare Skin foundation. I have used this before. It's super dewy. It's like almost, it's very oily when you put it on. So it is definitely a foundation that is great for dry skin. I would not recommend this at all if you're oily. So in the summertime when I'm oily, I don't use this, even though I'm going to be using it tonight, because I want my skin to be a little more tanned for this look. So I'm going to start with a little bit on the Beauty Blender, and then I'm also going to add some MAC Luster Drops in Sunrush. And instead of blending that on my hand and wasting product, I'm just going to dab that directly onto the face and just kind of blend that in. Make sure you blend that down the neck so it doesn't look too obvious that you're tanning yourself up. It's going to take a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me concealer and conceal the eye area as well. For the eyes and cheeks, I'm going to be using the MAC Cream Color Base in Mid-Tone Sepia. I'm just going to be taking this big fluffy brush and I'm just going to buff that all over the eyes. This doesn't have to be perfect by any means. It's just going to be like a soft kind of washed color over the eyes. And I like that this is a cream as well. It's going to eventually crease, which is just perfect for this kind of look because it's just a worn-in kind of look. So laying your brush on the lid first and then feathering up. Underneath the eyes I'm going to be using the Royal & Langnickel Smudger brush. I'm just smudging that same color right underneath. For the cheeks, I'll be taking that same cream color base and just using that to bronze under the cheekbones and up into the temples. She definitely has that like kind of sun-kissed but almost dirty, earthy look during the beginning of the movie. Now that we're done with the bronzy color, I'm going to wipe off that Smith 115 brush and use it for my highlighter as well. So I'll be using MAC Cream Color Base in Hush. The reason I'm using this color over any other color that I have right now is because it gives like a lived-in kind of shine without being an over-highlighted glitter to the skin. So this just kind of looks like worn in, just kind of greasy, and I don't want to say sweaty, but just kind of going along the tops of the cheekbones and just wrapping that up into the temple to the mid-brow. I'm just going to add a little bit of MAC Lingering Pencil into the brows. Her brows are pretty dark in this as well. Brush that out a little bit with the Smith 214 brush. I always like to use a spoolie back through the brows because it just kind of melts it into the skin, just evens it out a little bit for you. I can't believe I used to actually use this brow color pencil when I first started doing my brows. Just gonna line the eyes with a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Rockin' Eye Kohl and Eye Cheat. And then I'll be adding some of the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. So I thought I was done with highlight, but I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more. I'm just gonna use a little bit of the LASplash Mineral Blush in Galadriel. It's not super light, so I'm just using it in this mid-cheek area, because I feel like if you use a highlighter that's, you know, the same color as your skin or not light enough up here, it can kind of make you look a little bit dirty. So almost just popping it over that mid-tone sepia. Right, now for lips, I'm gonna be using a Revlon Just Bitten lip stain. Her lips, they have a lot of color, but you can tell that they're more of a stain rather than a lipstick. I'm just gonna be using a little bit of the NYX pencil in Mauve. Feather it in just a little bit. Just kind of smush it in with your lips too. So I'm going to use this stain in Twilight. And then to really make the rest of that highlight pop, I'm going to use a little bit of Fix Plus over my face. Okay, I said a little bit, I meant a lot. I'm going to be using a little bit of the Makeup Forever 660 eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using my Smith 220 brush to apply it. So the character in the movie had a bunch of scarring all up over her eyebrow and then also a little bit onto the cheek. And I'm not doing like a super special effects thing. This is just going to be something quick and easy to recreate, but they were kind of like little slashes, like little straight slashes all over the face. They were a little bit raised, but we're just gonna kind of do this shading and highlighting technique instead. If you guys want to get fancy and use some scar wax, go for it. So the shape of this brush is nice. I'm just dabbing that right onto the skin and it's creating the shape for me. Now that's complete, I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D white eyeliner. This is called Neruda, and the scars were kind of white and raised, so I'm just gonna go over all of those little lines that we created. Well guys, I hope you found this tutorial helpful, even if you wanted just to create the dewy skin in this look. Like always, if you have any questions at all, make sure you comment them below and make sure you subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching. Bye guys!